Hello everyone, it's Mr. Chase. I wanted to give you an overview of the $1 million project that you are starting. There are a lot of pieces to it, but there's one central piece that kind of forms the foundation for the rest of the project. So as you can see here on my screen, I'm in eBackpack, which is where you should start as well. The information about the project is here, where it says $1 million assignment, so I encourage you to download that. Click on the download button there on the right if you see where my cursor is. But what I'm going to show you is the actual template. So we're going to start with the Excel spreadsheet. So I click on download. It's going to download that template to your flash drive. So you need to make sure you put it under your $1 million project under projects. And that's going to be where you download it. There's coming right down. So when I click on it, a lot of times it should open in Excel, which I think it's going to do. Yes, great. And you see this yellow bar, it says protected view, kind of looks all broken up down here. Obviously, you need to click the enable editing button, which you should be able to do this year. So once you click that, then the look of the template should straighten up. Okay, so it's taking a moment, but there you go. So basically, you see here on the template I've done for you an example of where you start. The summary page is what you're working toward at the very end, and you'll see here on the spreadsheet that each page has a header. That's this top part, just like Word documents have a header, so do Excel spreadsheets. So you'll obviously need to put your name on every page, and if I click through the tabs along the bottom here, oops, there we go, it's going a little slow. Okay, so you see the name is on each page. You'll need to do that for each page, so it doesn't say Chris Student at the top. You'll need to put your name at the top. All right, the date will populate automatically. You don't have to worry about that. Here's the summary pie chart. This is really the big thing you're working toward, as well as on each individual category page, you're going to end up with a pie chart, and I'll show you how to do that as part of this project. But right now, your first order of business is starting to look for things you want to buy and thinking about the 5 different categories that are interesting to you. All right, so you want this project to be fun. You got $1 million to spend, unless you want to spend less, like $100,000 or $10,000. The main thing you need to do, and let me open up some of these other examples if I don't already have them. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I have an example of a well-done project. This was done by Lucas Pantel, I think, a couple years ago. There we go. Okay, so you can see here that his pie chart on his summary page, and notice he's got the same order that we had, only the categories have names now. This pie chart is the easiest part of the whole thing once you get everything set up, but you'll notice if I click here on the left, you can see each of these categories correspond to a tab along the bottom. They should be in the same order. And you'll notice that when I click on the actual cell, the individual little squares are called cells, that it's linking to another worksheet. Each of these tabs represents a worksheet in this Excel workbook. So each page is a worksheet, and each file that has all these worksheets is a workbook. All right, so he's linked each of the cells, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. So instead of saying $200,000 up here in the formula bar, you can see that it's linking to the finance page here. And so it links right there. And you notice that this is a sum that's using another formula inside Excel to sum or add up all these amounts here. Okay, so, and you can see here on his individual category pages that he's got a pie chart for each category that breaks down how much of this category is going to what item. And you see the list of things here in each category. All right, that's all done automatically. I know it looks like a lot of work maybe at this point, but it's really not. Okay, he called this perks, which is kind of interesting. And this is just, looks like he's having fun, buying a bunch of really big things. And sometimes you just have to kind of take a guess at what the actual cost is. You'll notice too that there's formatting that's consistent among each page. See here how the title is bold. These are centered on each one, I think. Oh, this one needs to be centered. So there's a little bit of formatting issue, but whatever you do, you just want to be consistent on all the pages, right? So you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do, where if the title of the category is bold, which it should be, or somehow different from the rest of the print on the page. And these images here the way he did them, let's go back to the original template. Oh, original, sorry. There it is. Okay, the original template. You'll notice that on each category, there's placeholder pictures in place. Don't delete these. Everybody wants to delete these, and I can never figure out why. What you're going to do is once you find a picture of the thing you want and you download it to your flash drive under the projects or images folder and put it under $1 Million Project, then you're going to right click here, and you notice here it says change picture. See how I scrolled down to that? So right click, you can't see me right clicking, but I'm right clicking, and then change picture. And then you find the picture that you want, and you want to do from a file here. So you go browse, and then you go to your this is not what I want, but I'll use it anyways just to show you how you can change it. Your flash drive, wherever your pictures are, and you'll click on the picture you want, click insert, and it's going to change the picture. Obviously you don't want to buy 2 tons of sand, which is what this is, or 3. But you're going to change the picture to the one that you want. So this way you don't have to resize them, because if I do it the other way and I just insert the picture like this, and I go picture, and I go back to, where's my pictures here, and I get the preschool sand picture and I insert it, it's going to be gigantic, right? So now I have to waste time or spend time resizing the picture, trying to get it down, and plus it won't have the little frame thing that I did for you. So don't insert, just change out each of the pictures, all right? You guys good with that? So that's kind of a basic overview of how to work on each category. The tabs here along the bottom, you can just double click on them and change them to whatever the category is. It should match all along the bottom. Okay, see how I just double clicked on that? And just a quick overview, each of these numbers represents a row. That's a key term that goes along horizontally or across, and then each of the letters represents a column. So the columns are up and down and they have letters, and the rows have numbers, and they go all the way across. So that's going to come in. That'll be important later when you're setting up formulas, and we'll go over how to do that. So let's go back to the example of a good one. Lucas was pretty good. You can see that on each page he's got 5 or so pictures. He's got the amount everything costs. Each of these totals is not is done in Excel. So if I change this 53 to 200,000, you'll notice that the bottom changes automatically, the total. All right. So the totals are really important, and we'll go over how to do that. So right now, though, just work on getting your categories, start getting items, start getting pictures, and start getting amounts. The other thing I want you to know right from the beginning is kind of all the different directions you're working. The Excel spreadsheet is the key. It has the pictures, it has the amounts, it has the pie charts when you're done. You're going to take all that same information and just copy and paste it then into a poster. That'll look something like this. This is Michael Draws, as you can see, and he took the same pie charts and same pictures he had in his spreadsheet, and then he used them in a giant poster. Now, you guys should have all done posters if you were here last year in technology, and if this is your first year here, then you may want to skip this part of the project or get some help from one of the other students who was here, because this is just copy and paste. So you copy the pictures, paste them in, you copy the pie charts and paste them in. That way the poster shouldn't take you very long, maybe a day or 2 to finish. So there's the poster. That's another component. It's an optional component, but one, if you're working early, if you started the project early, you definitely want to try to get to that. And then the third piece is a PowerPoint. So you can see here, this is one that's already done. This was Amber's, and let me just kind of show you how this works here. I think that's, yeah, there you go. So you can see that's a title page. She had a nice transition. Same information. She just copy and pasted it in. There's her summary page. Notice the same pictures. Well, you would have noticed if you'd seen her original Excel spreadsheet that she took the pictures and amounts and just copied them in. Now, there's some issues here with the little bullets on the left that aren't necessary, but overall, this is a pretty well done PowerPoint. So again, it's just copy and paste the same information. And then finally, the fourth part of this project, if you get to it, is more of a little bit of a creative writing assignment. Let me see if I can get my cursor back on the screen since I have so many. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it is here, and that's a funding letter. So this is a little bit of creative writing. So the whole project, if you're able to do all 4 components, you start with the Excel spreadsheet, you do a poster, you do a PowerPoint, and then you can do this funding letter as though you're going to try to get somebody to give you money to make all your wishes come true or make the world a better place or whatever it is you're trying to do with your project. So that's the end result, is that you would kind of have a whole big package that is based off that Excel spreadsheet. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an overview. If you have questions, please let me know. I'll be trying to do more explanatory videos for you to show you how to work on Excel a little bit more, how to get the formulas in and stuff like that. All right, good luck. Please let me know if you have questions, and thanks for watching.